everyone. Oh, come on, you guys must be awake by now. Good afternoon, everyone. That's great. So glad to see so many of you here, and I'm so pleased that Gautam had invited me to come and moderate this panel. It is such a great honor to see the 15 women being honored here today. For a lot of us who are fellow immigrants, this is really a testament to the passion that they bring to this, the sacrifices that they made. And I think all of us can see our own family's history in the paths that these ladies have taken. So I'm really pleased to be here today. I'd like to have a lot more time for you all to be able to ask some questions, so I'll be brief, but I just wanted to give you a sense of this panel called Building Coalitions for Social Justice. And it really was great that, Gautam asked me to do this panel, because before I joined the administration, I was a community advocate myself. So I'm really glad to see when I was reading the blogs that our panelists had written, how much of the techniques and the strategies that they have, what a universal, value that is for a lot of us that have been working in the community for decades. So I was really glad to see that. But if you can see that in this panel alone, the 5 women that are here come from 4 states, 2 from California, 1 from Illinois, 1 from Washington, and 1 from Massachusetts. And you can see that they also are immigrants. Some are documented, some are undocumented, and some are American-born. They come from academia, from labor, from philanthropy, from the nonprofit world. But all of this comes together in the work that they've done in the advocacy world, where they have really done so much for the community and have represented all of us. So with that, I would turn it over to them so that they can tell you a little bit more about themselves. And I'm going to start with my fellow kababayan from the Philippines, Marla Baldonado.
Thank you so much, Francie. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm Mirna Baldonado, and I'm a household worker organizer of the Latino Union of Chicago, a worker leader of the National Domestic Worker Alliance, and a spokesperson of the Caring Across Generations. Caring Across Generations is a campaign that brings together aging Americans, people with disabilities, and their families to protect all America's right to choose the care and support needed to live with dignity. I crossed boundaries to co-found the multiracial Chicago Coalition of Household Workers, where Asian Americans work collectively with Latinas and African Americans in order to gain justice, dignity, and respect for caregivers, house cleaners, and nannies. There is an estimated 2.5 million domestic workers in the U.S., mostly immigrant and people of color from over 70 countries, and they live on poverty wages and don't have the basic rights that regular workers have under the law. I bring to this panel a lifelong work in coalition and movement building locally and internationally. For the last 20 years in my country of origin, the Philippines, I participated in peace, human rights, and environmental justice work, coalition work in the Asia Pacific and globally, advocating all the way to the United Nations for environmental justice, human rights, and peace. This moment is a milestone in my journey with a host of other Asian Americans I have here to bring attention to the causes I started carrying 40 years ago when I was 18 years old. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much for your attention.
One of the things that you might not have known about Marla is she also came here as a domestic caregiver working 24 hours a day, earning less than minimum wage in Illinois. And when her close friends died, she took care of her 4 children. And this is, you can see how her life experience has really shaped the passion that she brings to this work. Thank you so much, Myra. The next person we have here is Catherine Eusebio, who is really one of the younger people. I realize now there's like 4 decades on this panel. I'm trying to hold up the upper end of that. But it's really good to hear from some of the younger folks too. So,
thank you.